Good morning, everyone. Wisdom of the Tea Leaves. Valentina here, and I'm drinking black tea this morning from Good Earth. And they have little sayings on their tea bags, just like Yogi Tea does. But these are usually sayings from famous people. So, just quotes. Anyhow, this morning I'm reading this by Ernest Hemingway. It says, when you stop doing things for fun, you may as well be dead. I'd say that's a great advice for someone who never stops to have fun. But if you're the kind of person that's your only concern is how much fun to have, and you're basically living very hedonistically, then maybe you shouldn't do everything just for fun. But fun is kind of like the spice of life. So if you're alive and your life consists of nothing but responsibilities, you are not going to be very happy. So we have to find a way to incorporate fun into what we do. And some of us are lucky to be engaged, to be earning money from the kinds of things we consider fun. Like, I'm a life coach, and so I consider it fun to interact with other people and to work with them on their challenges, on their goals. But I also consider fun doing yoga. So I've been doing yoga for many years, and I still teach yoga. So I'm actually making my living doing the things I love doing. And yes, there are other things I love doing, and usually I try to make money out of all of my hobbies. For a long time, I was making jewelry, and I really consider that fun. I went to workshops, I created a lot of pieces, and I sold them. And so selling my work enabled me to keep doing what I like doing. I've done the same with sewing. I love sewing, so for a while, actually, I had a clothing company. So all my designs and everything, I wasn't sewing everything myself. I had manufacturers, and I had a whole chain of distribution, the whole 9 yards. But the part that I liked about sewing, which is creating new styles and playing with fabrics and all that stuff, I got to do that, and I got to earn a living doing it. So that's nice. But not everybody can do that. Sometimes people feel more obligated to move in a direction of some career because it produces income that they need, and then don't necessarily consider it fun. Eventually you burn out a lot faster. You can't do something that has no element of enjoyment for very long, even if you're paid very well. So maybe you can get your fun other ways. If you feel like your work is not the place for fun, and you don't consider that to be enjoyable that much, then something else outside of work has to give you the opportunity to have fun. But if you're not having any fun in life, you are definitely going to be stagnating, you're going to be unhappy, probably depressed and grumpy, and probably envious of other people who seem to be much happier and somehow, according to you, have figured out a way to balance responsibility with fun. And it reminds me of a little bit, recently I saw for the second time the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, The Revenant, and how this guy struggled to survive. But it also, the second time watching the movie, it occurred to me how there was no fun in these people's lives. It's really strictly survival, and not just his. According to his circumstances, he kind of didn't have much choice, but even other people's lives. It was dark, it was dog eat dog, it was survival, it was, do anything you can to earn a buck, and it's just a really ugly existence, and there's no time for fun in there. So there was this scene in the snow where Leonardo DiCaprio and this Indian guy were sitting by this raggedy bush, and the snow is snowing, and the Indian guy starts sticking his tongue out like that to catch the snowflakes. And then at first Leonardo DiCaprio was like, what the fuck are you doing, and all of a sudden he caught on it, and they started doing it together, and that was their fun. Like, everything was so bleak everywhere, it was so terrible, And somehow this Indian guy found like one way to have a little bit of lightness and a little bit of fun in life. And I think it's like a human need. If you don't have laughter, if you don't have enjoyment, you don't feel like it's worth living. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know why you're here. You can't quite connect the dots. So, yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Ernest Hemingway on this one. When you stop doing things for fun, you may as well be dead. A little deeper into that saying is basically it's okay to engage in things for the pure enjoyment of it. Not just because there is an outcome on the other end, not because you could make money out of it or you're going to get status out of it. It doesn't matter. Just for the pure enjoyment. And again, hobbies, people who have hobbies, they can testify to this. It's like you're just doing it because you can't not do it. You love it. Doesn't matter on the other end what comes out from your hobby. It's the experience of being immersed in something that you enjoy, and you're just doing it for the pure enjoyment of it, for the pure fun. But then on the other spectrum, you know, people who are doing nothing but having fun and being irresponsible, living a life that puts them in dependency of others, maybe not directly other people, but maybe dependent on the government for a paycheck, or dependent, you know, on charities for support and all that, just because they don't want to exert any effort other than to have fun. So there's that unhealthy expression of nothing but fun, and raises other questions such as like, what's up with that? You know, like, why can't you be responsible for yourself? And how can you be comfortable being a drain on society, or being a drain on your relatives, or putting other people in responsibility of you? So that would definitely be a unhealthy expression of just seeking nothing but fun and pleasure. So hopefully most of us are somewhere in the middle, and we're able to find a balance. And if you catch yourself not finding a balance, you're working too hard, you never have any fun, you definitely need to talk to me. Or whatever you're doing, if you just can't find fun in life, there's something that needs to shift within you, and hopefully then you can find some fun. So that's this morning, and therefore have a fun week ahead. If you need to connect with me, ValentinaPetrovaConsulting.com, and I'll be happy to stand by you and to help you find some fun. Bye.